Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. My name is Cyndy. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so I am recording this on Tuesday afternoon, and you're going to be seeing it Thursday morning. So, just so you know, um, the reason I wanted to record this now is because, of course, the Iowa caucus results are in. We know that Trump won by a significant margin. If I'm not mistaken, um, Haley was second, DeSantis was third. I could have that backwards. Doesn't matter. Um, so I want to take a look at kind of what's going on within the voters, within the GOP. What we learned yesterday is that there are an awful lot of white evangelical voters out there, and they will not be swayed off of Trump because truly they think that he is their savior. They just do. Um, they in some ways, kind of what the experts are saying is they really believe that this man has the ability. It's not to heal the world; it's to start Armageddon. It's to bring on the raptures. So, in some ways, the more imperfect a vessel he is, it just kind of seems to be like okay, it's just okay with him. So that's what I want to take a look at today. Just a couple of housekeeping things. To new subscribers, thank you very, very much to be here. My subscriber numbers are so sluggish. It's kind of almost laughable. It's a good thing I don't obsess about them, but do make sure that you are subscribed and that you have hit the little bell so that you get notified when I put out a video. For those people who are interested in a private reading, I actually have some openings as early as a Monday of next week. And certainly as we go into the week of the 29th and on into February, there's a lot of availability. So if that's something you're thinking about, there is an email address in the kind of notes below. It's soulprint888@gmail.com. Send me out a request and I will send you back the information that you need to know. All right. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the lovely, lovely comments. Welcoming me back, telling me you missed me. It just does a heart good. I have to tell you, it really does. And I missed the connection, but I have to say, man, it was nice taking a break from Trump and U.S. politics and the insanity. But, I'm ready to kind of jump back into it. And there were things that were startling in the results, like the exit poll results, right? Things like if Trump is convicted, is he still fit to be president? Just like 65% say, yeah, you bet he is. Like that kind of stuff. It makes the rest of us just sort of scratch our heads and go, what the hell, universe are we living in? And how parallel a universe are they living in? So I want to take a look at what's going on there. Now, a lot of readers, myself included, are kind of not very sure that Trump's actually going to end up not it. I don't know if he's going to end up with the nomination, but I definitely don't feel really comfortable at this point about him actually being able to be part of the general election in November. So that kind of energy is going on. I did see something just before I sat down to record this that said, if Trump is the nominee, this is a general election, if Trump is the nominee, who will you vote for? And I believe it was like 48% said Biden, and 23% said Trump, 19% said a third party. So based on that, right now, Biden's numbers are at least, better than horrible. Um, and we don't need to worry about Biden's numbers because they're going to be coming up as they need to as time unfolds. So I'm going to stop yammering on and let's take a look at Trump particular, but broadly, GOP voters and what's going on with them, what they're thinking, and maybe we can glean some insights that just will help us make sense. Because there's no point demonizing them, right? I mean, they're your neighbors, they're your family. Far better to try to understand what's motivating them. So here we go. Insight election GOP voters. Inside election GOP voters. Inside election GOP voters. There's, apparently they're saying that Nikki Haley has a really good chance of winning the New Hampshire caucus, which I guess is the next one coming up. And Trump has already started mouthing off about, retribution against Haley because, God forbid, you should not be on her knees in front of him. Alrighty. Yeah. Alrighty. All right. We'll just start with the first three cards. So we have the King of Cups. All right. So what this is talking about is his voters are responding completely emotionally. All right. He makes them feel good. He makes them feel understood. He makes them feel like he is on their side. And Nine of Cups, with him, they're going to continue to get what they want. What do they want? Well, they want abortion to be banned across the country. They want the only acceptable religion to be their religion, Christians. They want a return to what they perceived as a all-white America. It was never all white, but give your head a shake. But in any case, that's what they're aiming for. And then again, for the evangelicals, they are looking for that rise up that brings on this second coming. The more imperfect he is in some crazy way, the more they support him because they view him as being unfairly attacked. And so he is playing his cards really right by carrying on about how he's a victim, this is a witch hunt, all of the, legal cases against him are just politically motivated. Because that's exactly what they need to hear to continue to be invested in him winning. What do they want from him? They want more of what they want. And, with a very conservative Supreme Court, they feel that they have a really good chance of cramming through a whole lot of what they want. And you need to take a breath and remember there aren't enough of them. But boy, Lord, are they loud. Okay. And that's sort of what we have been dealing with is understanding that you have 50%, approximately 50% of Republicans who do not want to vote for Trump. They don't. So add the 50% of Republicans who right now don't want to vote for Trump, add that to the independents and Democrats who are determined to vote for Joe Biden because if it's a binary choice between the two, so it's just that they're loud. And it's just that the politicians connected to them, whether it be state representatives, whether it be governors, whether it be senators, are doing their bidding because they're loud. I mean, honestly, this is like the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? If the other Republicans who don't like Trump started screaming as loud, it would be a different narrative. If the Democrats, please already, Lord, got those guys to start speaking up more loudly and sort of more vigorously, it would be a different narrative. But right now, it is their narrative that we're hearing. And they are, honestly, they're just passing judgment left, right, and center. And they believe that he is going to bring about the kind of America that they like believed once existed and that they certainly want now. What you hear is, well, I don't like the guy, but boy, I sure do like his policies. The one that really makes me shake my head is he did stuff. He said he was going to do it, and damn it, he did it. Okay, what did he do? He flooded the court with conservatives so that jobs would get knocked down. Okay, well, what's that done? That's fired up all the women. Well, not all of them, but like probably 75% of the women in America going, whoa, buddy, you don't get to do that. Okay, so that was the big thing he did. He didn't build the wall. He didn't budget, balance the budget, save money. He like blew up the budget. He created so much division that the country is more separated and more divisive now than it was. But this is the thing. The people that are enamored with him, truly, Knight of Cups, are enamored. They have a very romanticized version of who and what he is and who and what he will accomplish. And I am not speaking ill of the dead, but this is the example they're giving me, so just go along with it. They're saying in some ways it's a lot like Kennedy, Camelot, the romance of it, the beautiful wife, the really adorable children. She was just everything, and he was just everything beside her. And we didn't know or didn't care about the affairs, the vitamin cocktails, the et cetera, et cetera. So what I'm saying, and Kennedy did good stuff, please do not attack. But what I'm saying is, in some way, the way the American public was enamored with Kennedy and that whole Camelot era, so are the Trump voters. The difference is that Kennedy was not an obnoxious, racist, hater driven. I don't even have the words, right? Sociopath, right? So that's what you're kind of dealing with when you're dealing with Trump voters. They are looking at him literally through rose colored glasses. And I think that is something that as we go through this year, it is important to remember, because they're not our enemies as much as they're just viewing the world from a distorted place. And, they don't hear what he says as terrifying. Right? I mean, a whole bunch of Americans and the rest of the world, by and large, except for, countries that have dictatorships, are terrified when we hear things like, I am your retribution. I will only be a dictator for one day. Give me a break. They don't hear the implication of what he is saying. All right. The other thing to realize, he's got a lot of money in that little war chest of his, and while he's greedy and he trying to pocket as much as he can, apparently, he has very, very motivated people around him. He has motivated campaign people. He has the people on the ground, the volunteers, all they are highly, highly motivated to get him back into office because they want him to finish doing what he set out to do. And just like the rest of the country is focused on electing as many Democrats as they can to try to counterbalance, they are, looking to elect as many Republicans as they can so that there is no pushback as these extreme agendas continue to make their way through the system. They're at a balance. All right, we've got temperance here, the angel of temperance. This is about trying to achieve a balance. It's not going to be an easy thing because his words are like red meat to the people who adore him, horrifying to the rest of us. But what this temperance card is talking about is us keeping our calm, keeping our focus on what we want, not becoming agitated and scared and terrified and worried and full of anxiety about what we don't want. Okay, this is going to be a repetitive message that if you are a viewer of this channel, you are probably going to hear on a regular basis because it's just that important that the agitation, the worry, the concern, the stress not take hold. All right, just don't let it. And if you want an example, look back to 2016 when people's reactions to Trump was, oh my God, this can't happen. But everybody was anxious. Everybody was nervous. What were they doing? They were energizing the idea of Trump. They were empowering it. Remember, the universe is not fond of negatives, tends to not hear negatives. I don't want becomes I want. Then what happened in 2020? Well, people were focused on not getting rid of Trump. They were focused on getting Biden into office. And he's in office. So as we go through 2024, the focus is keeping Biden in office and ensuring that he has enough support politically to do the things that are going to strengthen the company and help to heal. Okay? That's what I know today. I hope you find this insightful, comforting, whatever it is. Thank you very, very much for being here. Keep sending in your questions for Pendulum Friday and for ideas for mini readings. Until next time, take care and be well. Bye.